What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project, the mod version of the Mercedes Benz 300 SL, looking absolutely beautiful, modded in by Lit, and this is the hero car version. All of the gold accents on this look absolutely beautiful. Definitely be sticking with them as we go on a little bit later. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We are trying to get up to 500 subscribers. We were aiming to get there by yesterday. Sadly, we didn't quite do that, but let's keep going with this subscriber train anyway, especially if you like the look of what you see in front of you or what we're going to do with it. You've already seen the thumbnail, so let's just get this beautiful little beast started. Let's talk some more about the hero car here. 224,000 kilometers on there. Got it from the good auction house. It's in pretty good condition. We didn't get a good deal for it. I bought it for 83,719 and could sell it for 71,758, losing out on 11,961 before we start. But if we manage to win a drag race, we might be able to claw some of that back, depending on what category we end up in. This one does have a V8 double overhead cam AXK engine in it again. We've done the XK quite a lot. The three different variants of it, weirdly enough. 340 factory horsepower on this one. We will obviously be putting performance parts on it, but we're not going to be three-starring this one today. Takes a lot of scrap and a lot of effort. But do let me know what you think I should do a complete three-star of next. I know I did miss the battery on the last one. That won't happen again. But when we get up to 50,000 scrap again, we will do another three-star build of your choice. At the moment, we're at 29,177. It will go up a little bit today and a few of the other videos. But once we hit 50,000 scrap again, we will be doing another full three-star build. But time to get this beautiful Gullwing started. Let's get it over to the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. Here we are then, in the car wash with the Gullwing. It's looking very, very beautiful. Doesn't need that much, but we're still going to clean it anyway, just to double check. It actually looks really good in what I'm assuming is this pearl white, but not what we're going to stick with today. Let's get the interior done, get it back on the lift, get that V8 engine ripped out of there, and start tearing everything down. That car is beautiful. We've got it up in the air. We need to check for that oil pan. There is an oil pan in there, so let's get all of that drained out. See how well this Mercedes has been looked after with 224,000 kilometers on it. Still very clean oil. Absolutely beautiful in there. Looking lovely. Clearly, the Mercedes Benz Owners Club well look after their cars. Well look after their cars? I don't even know. But let's get this drive shaft out of here. Get the gearbox out so we can rip that V8 out of there. So out you come. And then another rusty bolt on this end as well. Not too bad, though. Let's get the starter out of here. Out you come. And then that beast of a gearbox off. There we go. And we will, if I can get all the bolts, and we will grab some of this front exhaust section just to make sure it does come out of the engine bay. Back down on the ground you go. Let's go and grab the engine crane. Get this one over to the car and see if we can pull this beast of an engine out of there. Let's go. Nice and easy. That is what we like. Let's get the crane put away. And then what have we got going on in here? Well, straight away I can see the wishy-washy reservoir and a brake servo. They need their liquids drained. We've got a radiator at the front here with the fan housing kit. And, well, that's about it. Am I being blind? I can't seem to see anything else. Doesn't look like there is anything up there. Down the back, we've got the fuel tank, the fuel pump, and that lovely little battery, which we will throw on charge. But for the engine bay, it looks like it is just the brake servo and the wishy-washy reservoir. If I spot anything else, I will let you know. But let's get these two drained out. Right-click, additional tools, drain tool, click and hold on the container, and it'll drain it all out. We get all of this stripped, and I'll see you in a bit. That's everything mechanical, repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on our beautiful Gullwing once we get it all sorted. But we've got to start tearing it down, so let's just start ripping some of these panels off with the hood here. We'll grab the headlights, nice and easy out of there. Out with the front end and out with the front bumper. Anything else at the front here? Tucked away? No. Lovely little left side mirror. I believe that's the only one. There's a little fender down there. Do grab that one along with the door and the windshield there. Out with the body window. That anything? That anything? No, that's the trunk. Then we got tail lights and rear bumpers. I thought I misclicked it there. There we go. And out with that rear window. Any of this? Anything? No, no, no. Left body window there. The door out there. And then that trim as well there. And I believe that's everything. Let's just jump in. Oh, right. It's not there. It's just... yeah, okay, that was bizarre. I thought I left it in for a minute there. Let's go in and grab the interior, and then we'll double check to see if we have got anything. I don't like them seats very much. They won't be going back in. I'm pretty sure of that. Looking good, though. Loving all the little gold accents in there. Can't wait to get this one over and get it painted. But did we get everything? 1% on there and nothing showing up on there. We really did get everything. Let's move the welder over and then we'll have a look. 66% on the frame, and I bought it for 83,000. Yeah, 2,000. 1,500. I still can't get that right. Let's check out the body shop for this Gullwing. Here it is. I was already in there taking a look. Few different bumper options there. You've got a chrome. I believe that's a bumper delete, although there is some little bits up there. I'm not 100% sure. Black and the gold. Then we got a few varieties of front end. The one I like for this build right here is this gold one. So that's what we're going to go with. Door options. I believe that's carbon fiber. This one's got the gold trim on it to go with the gold window to go in there. Lots of different options on there. Liking it. More gold windows. A couple of hood options. Black and white. I don't know. Maybe that's carbon fiber and I just can't see it right there. But maybe we'll see. Not that it's going to be what we're going for on this build. Then we got the gold windows again. Lots of headlight options along with our beautiful gold lights. I don't know if I'm going to stick with them. What I might try and do is use the quality of life mod to paint one of these gold. Just because I don't really like the X's on them. I'd like them to be open lights. So we'll see. If not, we will just go back to them. Then we got the beautiful gold mirrors. Gold covered tail lights on there as well. Rear bumpers, these are just caps by the looks of it, same as for the front end, same options as well. Gold on the fenders, lots of other pieces on there as well, and that looks to be about it. Oh, plus a few different trunk options, but we will be going for this one with the gold on it. Looking fantastic, plenty of options there. Let's get this welder put away. Let's start getting our beautiful Gullwing all back together and get it over to the paint shop. Let's get the beautiful Gullwing all back together so we can get it over to the paint shop and get a fresh coat of paint on this beautiful bad boy. Just the standard hood on there, the gold front end. You all pretty much picture where this is going. A lot of the gold parts. I did keep the headlights the same. I tried to paint all of the other headlights. The chrome ones just don't paint at all. You can actually paint the bulb and some little fixtures and fittings around it. The black ones do paint, but not a metallic color. It just went like a bright yellow, even when I tried to force chrome it. So sadly, we can't sort them out, but let's get the rest of this on. Golden wing mirror, golden surround around the windshield. Now, if you buy the hero car and just restore it to stock as it comes, this windshield isn't gold. It's just a normal one. So do bear that in mind when you're doing that. So let's crack on around, though. Let's get the rest of this all in. Windows in with the gold trim. Gold trim on everything. We love a gold. I'm not going to try and quote Austin Powers and do it in a funny accent, but there we go. Let's just get all of this on and around we go. In you go, in you go. We will get this little piece on here and the one window. Obviously, the Gullwing doesn't have a mirror on this side. It just doesn't happen. It only has one on the driver's side. Let's get the license plates on. I've gone for Gullwing as well, but I've mixed the letters up a little bit this time from the last Gullwing. We did just change it around slightly. You can't have two cars with the same plate. So let's get them on, and then let's throw the interior in. I have swapped it around. We've got the steering wheel that came with it, which is the roulette, and I hopefully can get some gold on that, and that'll look a bit cool later. But the seats I did swap out for the Gullwing seats, just because, why wouldn't you? They are very low, but we are going to put some colour on them. I don't want any red on this interior. We are going to put them black, most probably, to try and blend in with the rest of the colour of this car. Is that everything? 100%, 100%, 100% fantastic. Let's get this beautiful beast into the paint shop and give it a fresh coat of paint. There she is in a beautiful black and gold on there, looking absolutely beautiful. It's a pearl black on the body, and then obviously the gold was all the gold trim stuff that came with it. I have matched it though. Obviously, we've got chrome gold on that steering wheel, and I did the seats in black just to finish it off. That looks really good in there. Very, very pleased with that. Looking absolutely fantastic in the black and gold. Stunning looking car. Very black in here, which means we can add lots of gold accents to the top. We are just going to use a black and gold for this one. There will be no other colours in it, hopefully, he says. We're going to try and chrome a lot of the gold parts and keep a lot of the black parts either a gloss or a pearl black. Hopefully to try and match it up. Some of them will be the custom black that comes with a quality of life mod, but looking beautiful so far. I need to get everything else painted, then we'll get this beautiful beast of a car back onto the lift, ready to get everything all back together and start reassembly. We got everything painted to go back on our beautiful black and gold Gullwing. It's looking good so far, loving it. But let's start with these shocks. We've got black shocks, gold springs, and black caps on there, looking very good. Pleased with them, but I didn't think I took them off. Let's get the rest of these all in and ready to go. The front cross member is in that beautiful gold. Then we got the sway bar and the steering rack both in black with the knuckle in that gold there. Then we got both suspension arms there are all in black, looking very good on there, alternating the colors. Looking at pretty fantastic. In you go and in you go. Let's get the rubber bushings in so that we don't forget them. One there and one just over here for the front. Nice and simple there. Then we got the inner tie rod in a gold and the outer tie rod in a little black just on there with the sway bar end link also in that lovely gold. Then we got the double wishbone shock absorber. Wow, that was a weird collection of words that came out of my mouth. In its black and gold, looking beautiful. The front knuckle cover in a black with the front wheel hub in a gold. And you can see how well these golds are all matching in. Looking absolutely fantastic in there so far. Brake disc on you go. We've got a bearing in there. We've got a lovely brake pad. Then we got the wheel hubcap in a black with the brake caliper in a forced chromed gold. Absolutely stunning on there. Very pleased with how this is looking in its black and gold. Beautiful, beautiful looking color scheme. Let's get down the back and let's get all of this in. The rear cross members in the gold, the knuckles in the gold, and the sway bars in the black there. We've got the shock absorber in the black as well. And then we've got all of these central arms in the black. Let's just get all of them in. In fact, we'll get the rubber bushings in as well so that we don't forget them. In, oh, missed you. In you go there. Extras. On we go with that and that. We got a little bushing down here. A little bushing up here. And then the last central arm in the black on there. There we go. And now let's get the spring cap all in. Gold spring cap. Black springs. If I could click on it. There we go. Black springs. And a gold cap. Alternating from the front. Looking pretty good on there. With a gold sway bar end link. Let's get the rest of this finished. Wheel hubs in the black. The drive hub itself in the gold. Looking good. Then we got the bearing. Brake disc. Got the rear drive axle in a lovely black on there, just squishing through the middle, keeping it all separated, looking very good on there. Brake pads, and then them chrome gold brake calipers on there, just to finish that off. Looking very, very good. Very pleased with the black and gold combination in here. Fuel tank in you go in the pearl black with the pump in a force chromed gold, just to really finish that off. Looking pretty good so far. I'm going to crack on and get the other side all done. Then we'll work on to the very small engine bay before we move on to that beautiful V8 engine. Apparently I'm blind because just when I was fixing the other side, I realized I forgot the rear suspension arm, which is in that lovely gold there. In we go with its rubber bushing in the end there as well. Can't believe I missed that one. Such a blatantly obvious piece, but there we go. I'm going to crack on now and get the rest of this all finished up. That's all the suspension finished in a beautiful black and gold on there. Not really any colours in there at all. Bit of silver from base parts that we haven't painted. Looking fantastic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also hit that subscribe button while you're down there. But let's crack on. Let's get this engine bay all sorted. In fact, let's jump right down the back and start with that little battery. Let's just get you in there. There we go. Let's jump back up the front then because there isn't much to go in here. We've got a brake servo up here. Wishy-washy reservoir up there, and then just down the front here we got this beautiful gold radiator going on there with a black fan housing kit and chrome gold fans in there, looking absolutely beautiful. Very, very pleased with that. Looking fantastic in there, and the golds aren't far off each other. Very pleased with the color matching on this one today. Looking beautiful. Let's go and build that beautiful V8 engine. But just before we jump in there, remember to come and join us for the competition. I won the last one. I haven't quite managed to get my photo up on there yet. I need to work on that. Absolutely, we're not going to lie, completely forgot about it. It is my birthday weekend. I'm allowed a little bit of discrepancy, but come and join us for the competition because the winner this time, or should I say the top 3 from this one, will be added into the game by the devs, added to the base game, so will be available on all platforms. This is a little bit exciting and a lot of fun. You can only use the main lore cars, no DLC parts, no mod parts, nothing like that. Anything from the lore game, including bonus parts that came with the base game, can be used to create your version to add into the game. So come and join us on Discord, link in the description below. Come and have some fun with us. But let's go and build this beautiful V8 engine. Block's already in a gold on there. It's not overly gold, but you can see it is gold. And the oil pan's in a little black. But let's just crack on. Oil filter in a black coming off of there. Fuel filter at the top here in a lovely little gold, looking good on there. Then we got the power steering pump in a gold with the alternator in a gold over here, looking beautiful. Let's get onto the engine heads. These are blacked out inside, outside, looking very good on there. Let's just get you all in, bolted up, and we'll get the other side on as well. Then we'll move on to the innards so that we can get the rest of the front of this engine all finished up. So let's crack on. In here then, well, you've seen it all before. We've got 4 camshafts. We've got 8 spark plugs. We've also got 4 cam gears. So I'm going to crack on, get all of that in, and I'll see you in a minute. That's all the innards in the engine heads done. Let's move on to the front. We've got 2 lovely timing belts on here. On you go, on you go. And then this beautiful black timing cover in there. Just separating all of that up. We've got the gold water pump looking very good. And a gold crankshaft pulley in there as well. Just to sort of separate it all up. Add some golds in there because these parts don't go gold very well at all. All in the black for the idle rollers and the belts. So let's just get all of this in. All of the idle rollers in apart from one. So let's get it all finished. Belt in you go. A secondary belt on you go. Then we got a belt tensioner, which is in that gold. And the last idle roller there, just in a little black. That's pretty much the front of that engine all done. A little black, a little gold. Not too in your face up there. But the rest of it might be a bit much. Let's take a look. The head covers are in a force chrome gold. And they're looking absolutely beautiful. Very pleased with them. Absolutely stunning. Let's crack on, though. We got some ignition coils to go in. In you go. Let's just quickly get all of these in here. And then we get that coil cover on the top, which is just in a pearl black. Looking quite good on there. Then we got the exhaust manifolds also in the gold. The whole of the exhaust is in a gold as well. And it looks pretty good. Let's swing around to the other side. We've got to get all of this matched up. Before we do that, though, let's get the intake manifold in. Swing around to the back and get this throttle in there in the lovely gold. Beautiful on there. And then the 2 fuel rails are just in the black. Nice and simple. That's it for this engine. I'm going to get the rest of this all finished up, grab some pictures, and then we'll get it dropped in the beautiful black and gold Gullwing in just a little while. Well, there it is, all finished, looking beautiful in the black and gold. I am very pleased with this one. Looking absolutely fantastic. But let's get it off of here. And let's get it dropped in the beautiful Gullwing and get this one all finished off, ready to go outside and over to the drag strip a little bit later. Wow, that engine looks insane in there. Absolutely beautiful. Pleased with that. All the gold's looking fantastic. That is looking incredible. Very, very good colouring on that. Beautiful, beautiful work. If I do say so myself, a little bit of self-patting on the back there. But never mind, we do have to do it every now and then. Let's get underneath and get the rest of this all finished then. Starting with the gearbox in that lovely gold. In you go there. Looking absolutely stunning. Then we got the starter in just a little black, just to sort of separate that. Drive shaft also in the black there as it goes gold, black, gold down the back there. Looking incredible. Then we've got all of this exhaust. Let's get all of this in and then take a quick look at it because this should look pretty spectacular once we got it all in. I'm hoping it does anyway. In you go, in you go. Jump down the back a little bit for the rear mufflers for the last piece. In there and in there. That's everything for the underside done. I've got liquid to top up and some wheels to do. But let's take a look at this exhaust running out through there. That looks beautiful. And it's very closely matched to the bumpers there. Maybe a slight bit of a finish difference. That almost looks like a satin or a pearl, but looking very good nonetheless. Incredibly impressed with that. I'm going to get the rest of this car all finished off. We got some beautiful wheels to go on, windows to tint, liquids to top up, and then we'll get this Gullwing outside in the sun all finished off. Well, here it is then, all finished with Lit's beautiful Gullwing 300 SL, looking absolutely fantastic in black and gold. I'm incredibly pleased with this one. I'm especially pleased with that engine. It looks fantastic in the black and gold. And, well, so does all of the suspension under there. Looking absolutely beautiful. Very, very pleased with all of that. Excellent job. Love how it all came out. Let's talk about these rims. The rims I've gone for on this one today are the 1A. It's not like we don't use them quite regularly, but we've gone for the gold finish on the outside to bring it in with the rest of the gold details on the car there. These front rims are an 18-inch with a 255 width and a 30 profile on there, and them chrome gold brake calipers in the middle really finish that off on them beautiful two-tone rims. Down the back, we're a slight different size. The rim is still an 18-inch, but the width is a 305, and it's got a 30 profile on there. Looking beautiful. Very, very pleased with this one. But let's jump in and check out the interior. Gullwing seats in the black instead of the red to match with the rest of the build. And that beautiful Gullwing steering wheel chromed out to match the rest of the interior. Absolutely loving it. It looks beautiful. But let's get this AXK engine started in the Gullwing and see what it sounds like. It is what it is. This is the AXK engine. We've all heard it before. Let's just give it some gas. Still sounding pretty mean at the top end, and the tick over isn't too bad. But let's get this beast onto the dyno, see what its drag rating is and how much horsepower this one's got. Here we are then with the V8 Mercedes Benz 300 SL, or Gullwing as it's more commonly known. The hero car model from Lit, 340 factory horsepower. How much have we added today and what will its drag rating be? Let's take a look. A gain of 324 horsepower, 96%. Now, that's not too bad, bearing in mind this car doesn't have any ECUs or carburetors to give it additional tuning or anything. So not bad at all, really, with a 96% gain there. Up to 663 measured horsepower and a drag rating of a 534, towards the lower end of the A scale there. But it should give us some interesting competition that we may or may not be able to win. We'll find out a little bit later on. But let's have a look at the gearbox tuning setup. There she is. I've gone for a 3.35 ratio. 64 kilometers an hour in first gear. Probably not the most optimal first gear there. But crunching down up to 335 in sixth gear. We did add one extra gear just to give it a little bit more legs on the strip. Maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe we'll still lose anyway. Let's find out in a minute. As I said, there's no ECU, no carburetors, so no additional tuning. Let's get our beautiful hero Gullwing onto the drag strip and see what we can do with this beautiful car today. Here we are then at the drag strip with not this car at all, a black and gold, slightly lowered version of this beautiful machine. But let's get in and see what we can do with this one today. It does have a V8 in it, so it should be a little better than the last one. Well, all the statistics are already better than the last one. Hopefully we don't get knocked out, is what I'm trying to say. Let's pay our entry fee of 1,000. And our first race is against the Wayne-mobile Batmobile. That's pretty insane, having that multi-billionaire's car here. We already know that one's pretty awesome. Who else have we got here then? Killer, nice to see you, Pi, in the 50th anniversary Hot Wheels Bone Shaker. Liking that. Buckshot in the Ken Block 43 Ford Fiesta. Nicely done. Against Matteo in the Hot Wheels Bone Shaker there. Have we got anyone else? That looks about it. So let's see what we can do with our first race up against the Wayne-mobile Batmobile. Well, it's black and gold Batmobile versus black and gold Gullwing. Quite an interesting starting line there. Lots of black, lots of gold. The Batmobile's got a little bit more white in it, but still looking pretty good. Let's jump inside our beautiful Gullwing and see if we can beat the Batmobile down this drag strip. Off the line, into second gear, into third. Now, this obviously is not going to be the quickest car we've ever drag stripped, but hopefully we don't go out in the first, second, or third round. I do like winning, or at least making it to the final. Looks like we have got the Batmobile beat as it stands at the moment, but let's get up into top gear and see what we can cross the line at. There's top gear. Let's just keep our eyes on the finish line, get across that line, and see what times we get with the Gullwing. There we go. What have we got today? A 10.513 to the quarter of a mile. Not the best time. A little bit over 10 seconds, but not too bad at 222 kilometers an hour. We did beat the Batmobile by over a second there, so that's pretty good. The 1 mile at 26.071 is definitely not a quick time at all, but at 320 kilometers an hour, absolutely smashing the Batmobile there. So maybe we've got a bit of top end, bit more top end than we've had with some of the other competitors we've had recently. Good to see us with our first stat on the board. Let's get into the next one and see who we've got. Well, there we go. Buckshot beat Matteo in the Ken Block Ford Fiesta, so he's gone through to the next round against the Batmobile Arkham Knight Pursuit mode. Should be quite a challenge there. Who else have we got? Well, sadly, Pi went out as well, which is a bit of a shame. So we've lost most of our friendly competitors as it is. Our next race is against the Ford Fiesta Rallycross there. That should be quite hard. We shall see. Let's jump in. Let's find out what we can do with our Gullwing. What's going on today? Is everything just black and yellow or black and gold? What is happening? Seems a bit bizarre, but there's the Rallycross Ford Fiesta looking absolutely stunning on the start line in its Rockstar Energy livery. And then we've got the beautiful gold and black Gullwing looking absolutely stunning. Can we beat the Rallycross Fiesta? I certainly hope so. Let's go. Off the line, into second gear. Come on, little Gullwing, into third. We can do this. We can beat the Rally Ford Fiesta. Into fourth gear, we are slowly pulling away, which is definitely a good sign. Into fifth gear, oh, we're pulling even further away. Definitely happy about this. Glad I gave it that extra gear just to give it that little bit more top end. Into that top gear, we are still in the lead. Let's just get across the line and see if this was better than our first run. There we go, across the line. What have we got? A 10.606. Not as good as our first run. Bit of a shame there, but never mind. 26.165 to the 1 mile. Also not quite as good as our first run. There was a 26.071 for our first run, but a top speed of 320 kilometers an hour is still the same, but we didn't go out in the second round. Let's get into the third one and see if we can beat that and make it into the final. Well, the Ken Block Ford Fiesta, driven by Buckshot, is making it through, destroying everything on its way. It's up against another Pursuit Mode Batmobile next. It's already beat one. Should be able to beat the second and make it to the final. Although we've got a bit of a struggle. We are against the McLaren F1 LM, which is going to be insane. I don't know if we'll be able to beat it. But let's get in. Let's get our third race done and see if we can get a better time than the other two. Well, at least we got something with a bit of a different colour scheme this time, looking beautiful in orange and black. The LM F1 McLaren, pretty insane, definitely worth a lot of money, but so is our beautiful little Gullwing. Real life, not in-game necessarily. We'll find out in a bit though, but let's jump into our Gullwing and see if we can beat the McLaren F1 LM. That question just sounds undoable, but let's give it a go. Let's go. Off the line, into second gear. Come on, little Gullwing, into third. Well, we're in front at the moment, but it is definitely pulling into us and probably very much away from us, I imagine. There she goes. Off you go, McLaren F1. I feel like that was a given that we were going to lose to that car there. Absolutely insane vehicle against our Gullwing. I don't necessarily mind going out in the third round. I hate it when I go out in the first. But let's get across the line, see what the times were. A 10.587 to the quarter of a mile. Not quite as good as our first run, which was 10.513. Never mind. Again, I don't mind going out in the third round. 26.148 to the 1 mile. Still not quite as good as our first run, which is a 26.071. Top speed is exactly the same at 320 kilometers an hour. We got at least 3 races in. I'm always happy when we get 3 races in, so we'll leave it at that. We'll see what the end of the competition is, and we'll collect our winnings before going back to the garage and saying goodbye to the beautiful, beautiful Mercedes Benz 300 SL Gullwing. Interesting final race with the Ford Fiesta Ken Block, driven by Buckshot. Congratulations on making it into the final against the McLaren F1 LM that did just knock us out. But let's see who can win. Let's get going with that one. Who's going to take it? Buckshot, congratulations, beating the McLaren F1 LM in the Ken Block Ford Fiesta. Definitely love to see that one. We did get some winnings, 2,250. Obviously, take away our entry of 1,000, leaves us with 1,250 profit before we even get back to the garage. Not too bad. Speaking of that, let's get back and see where the Gullwing ends up on the speeder board. Well, there she is, all finished on our beautiful Gullwing, looking absolutely stunning. And 39th on the speeder board out of 44 isn't too bad. She was about 2 seconds faster than the last Gullwing, about 50 kilometers an hour faster than the last Gullwing as well. So not bad at all. But let's talk some facts and figures. I bought the car for 83,719 and could have sold it at a loss, losing out on 11,961. Look at this beautiful interior in here. It's absolutely stunning. Love this car. Anyway, yes, losing out on 11,961, and we didn't do that. We obviously spent another 60,344 modifying, upgrading, and tuning this beautiful car to see how you see it here today, putting our total spend at 144,063 credits. The engine looking beautiful in there, all of the suspension, the interior is a fantastic looking car. But can we make a profit from this beautiful Gullwing? Let's take a look. All 100% complete, looking absolutely fantastic. Didn't put barely anything on it in testing in regards to mileage today, so not bad at all. And we ramped that engine up to 663 horsepower, a gain of 96%. But can we make a profit? Total spend of 144,063. A sale of 190,968 means there is definitely some profit in there. rough 46,905 profit, plus our winnings or takings from the drag strip of 1,250. Total profit of 48,155 from the beautiful Gullwing, one of the most beautiful cars ever created in this stunning black and gold. Excellent work by Lit. Link in the description below if you want to grab this mod. It is a lot of fun, but we are going to sell it off. Off you go, Gullwing. Definitely a beautiful car. Probably going to regret that, but I am going to do a complete custom one of them at some point. It won't be black and gold. It's going to be cool, though. What have we got up next? It's another brand new car, and ironically enough, this one is also by Lit. This is the new Nissan Z that sadly will not be coming to the UK, and I am very disappointed by that, because this is probably one of the only new cars that I'm actually interested in. That and the Ford Mustang Dark Horse that's coming out later on this year. Technically for a 2024 launch. But this Nissan Z, a beautiful looking car. We've gone for the Lit edition today, 2022, so it's got less than 12,000 kilometers on there. We got it from the junkyard. It was the bad junkyard technically, but it's not in horrible condition, but it is missing quite a lot, and it is incredibly dusty, but that's neither here nor there. This one we did get a good deal on. I bought it for 70,429 and can sell it for 79,878 as it is. As per normal with the current car market, you buy a brand new car with very little mileage and you can sell it for more than you bought it for. So there we go, making a profit of 9,449 before we even begin. The engine in this one is the V6 double overhead cam VR38DE It is a Nissan engine. It looks pretty epic. Quite pleased with this one. 599 factory horsepower from the Lit edition. That's going to take some bonus parts and be absolutely incredible. Very much looking forward to getting stuck into this one. But it is going to be for next time. I do hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get up to 500 subscribers. We were aiming to do it by yesterday, but that's not going to happen, obviously, because we can't time travel. Not yet. So smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're getting up to. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.